we're going to be starting something called the Tonepedia working title, where we're going to be looking at a bunch of series of guitars, their tones, their playability, and we're going to rate them against one another so we kind of have a reference to go forward. Let's get going. Go through some of the technical specs of this guitar. This is an alder body is known for some balanced tones of its upper mids. We also have a neck that is a rosewood laminate fingerboard, and it also has a 60s style C profile, which is a little bit slimmer than those 50s ones that we might be used to. The fingerboard is a 7.25 inch radius with lovely tall frets, so it's really nice for expressive bends. We also have pure vintage 63 single coil tele pickups that have been voiced by Fender to be as close to the 63s that came out at the time. The bridge is a vintage style 3-saddle string through body. Not my personal preference, I like the brass ones, but in terms of vintage correct, this is the way to go. And the finish is a lovely nitrocellulose lacquer that allows the body to breathe under the notes. And I really quite enjoy that. Playability wise, for me that always really comes through the neck and the string spacing, and this one has that lovely slim C-style neck which really lends to being quite smooth. It is lacquered on the back. I would probably shave that down myself, but in terms of a rosewood fretboard, it really is quite smooth to play across, and it really gets some lovely bends and sweeping chords up and down. No problems for me. So, tone wise, we have 3 positions. Not as in the original 50s one where we had the dead tone in the neck, but we have the neck, middle and bridge. To demonstrate those, I asked my Instagram followers to choose some of their favourite players. The first one they chose was Springsteen. He was the one that was most popular. Now I believe he used a converted Esquire, that was a kind of parts caster of bits that he found. But when it comes to rhythm in the bridge, why not? Let's use that. For the middle position, the second most voted for one was Prince. So we're going to do a little bit of funk with some spank. And then in the neck, we're going to use, lastly, as voted for by everyone, Julian Lage. I cannot play like Julian Lage, but I'm going to do my best to do the little intro that he's done. I love the subtle tones that he can get out of it, and I really think the neck position on this will show that off. Let's have a look. Rating wise, I'm using this as the benchmark. So when it comes to out of 5, I'm putting this at a 3 across the board, whether it playability, tone wise, even build. Because I want it to be our reference. I believe this is a wonderful guitar. It is no reflection on types of scores, but when it comes to those custom shop versions, master built versions, we need somewhere to go, as we might probably want to do with the beginner gun of guitars. So 3 out of 5 across the board for this one. Now this is the beginning of the series. This is the Telecaster. We're going to be doing the Strat, the Les Paul, the 335, your typical ones, but we'll also be looking at other major brands, hopefully some PRSs, some Music Mans, but if there is anything that you would like to see on the channel and be referenced against it, or we'll talk about it all and get some tones, please let me know. And if you think that this video needs anything more, or in a little deep dive into something, say like the history, to talk about how this is from the 50s and was originally called a broadcaster, we can include all that too, because historical value also affects the way that we play with our instrument. Well, thank you ever so much. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you all for the next one.